Welcome to Kigali Arena in Kigali, Rwanda, where we are about to start the third game of the day in the BAL Basketball Africa League. First NBA league of its kind outside of North America. Tonight we have Group B playing A.S. Sali from Morocco versus A.S. Police of Mali. I'm Lance Blanks with African multimedia sports journalist Usher Kamagisha. Usher, talk to me. What are you thinking about the feeling of the environment? We've had a wild and woolly day. I was a part of one of those games earlier today as Petro took down FAP 64-66 at the buzzer at a questionable maybe finish that ended up with a scrum on the floor. We're going to finish it out tonight. It's all about trying to stay alive. What are you feeling for this one?
Well, for A.S. Police, this is definitely a final before the final. They need to pick up a victory tonight, but A.S. Saleh are also looking for their second victory and to qualify to the next level of this tournament.
I like how you said that. You said what'd you say, the final before the final?
Yes, it is the final before the final.
Boy, that's very eloquent the way you put that. And there's Coach Saeed.
This is the captain.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's Zakaria.
Yes, Zakaria.
That's right, that's Zakaria with the injury that we called that game, but he'll have to play the emotional leader for tonight. And I know you're very familiar with him and his contributions to the A.S. Saleh Ball Club.
Well, A.S. Saleh are definitely going to miss El Masbahi. He is a legend of the club and Moroccan basketball. But tonight, without him, he'll be supporting from the bench, and he'll be hoping that his side can get that victory. And looking at the starting lineups, obviously a lot of experience from Yassine El Mahsini and Jefferson, who plays for Central African Republic. It brings a lot of energy into the A.S. Saleh side, and obviously Stoglin, who up front will be looking to lead A.S. Saleh.
Oh yeah, and then another young man I think that we might want to talk about, that one right there, Stoglin. He was the man of the hour, taking over, kind of like the MVP, I thought, of the game that we called, where he just took things to a whole nother level late in the game, came up with that victory. But as you said, we'll keep an eye out for both sides here. But A.S. Police, as you said, playing the final for the final. It's starting to get to that point, Usher, where it's all about win or go home.
It is an important game for A.S. Police with their fans at home waiting.
Yeah, Benke misses the little runner in the lane, the up and under on his own rebound, gets it back. Number 32, Ibrahima Thomas with the finish early. A.S. Police takes the 2-point lead. Stoglin from deep from the right wing misses the 3-ball. Corralled by A.S. Police. They want to bring a little pace here early, going back to Thomas, and he misses over the top with the little jump hook. What do you think about the pace so far, Usher? Looks like they're trying to play with a little bit of speed here early as Yassine gets stopped trying to get to the basket.
That is one of the strengths of A.S. Saleh. They like to play real quick off the ball and try to get those points in very early.
Abdurrahim in the scrum comes up with it. Stoglin on the putback, he misses. The 33 for A.S. Police gets his own rebound. Joseph gets his putback. A.S. Police is very aggressive. I think they got the memo from you, Usher, that this is the final before the final, as Stoglin catches it in the corner, tries the baseline drive. And the miss by Jefferson. A.S. Police coming back the other way. Stop and almost pop at the elbow. Joseph. Thomas misses the putback. Stoglin to the rim. Oh, he's undercut. But Infale comes right on under him as he tries to get to the rim. What do you think about this aggression both ways, Usher.
Obviously, there's a foul there, but Stoglin should be finishing that layup.
I agree with that. You get that close, you got to finish it, especially as good of an athlete as he is.
And make it a three-point play.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So this should be a traditional three-point play, but instead, he misses the layup. I have to go to the line. For A.S. Sally, he puts the first points on the board, making the free throw, and misses the second one. 1 for 2 at the charity stripe. A.S. Police into the front court. Number 15 misses that long ball in BAL A with the 3. Yes. Swing to Rashad. He goes in. Jefferson loses a handle on it. The long pass in BAL A. Wow, that's exactly how you do that. That looked like a quarterback from the U.S. on the easy catch and the finish by BAL A. And then Jefferson misses the short 15-footer. I think we have a foul here.
Well, that's a very
as well as an injury.
It is a very poor start for A.S. Sally so far in this game.
Yeah. But look at that pass by Thomas, right on target with the finish. Look at that, great hands. That's something every basketball player can use to their advantage, is good hands. How about A.S. Police taking this early lead against Saleh, up by 5.
Things are looking good for Ibrahima Thomas. He seems to be zoned in.
And Stoglin gets the steal, comes back quickly the other way. Doesn't pass, takes it himself. We have an and one on our hands potentially. There's another one of those layups you were talking about earlier. Usher, Stoglin unable to finish. Was that on the floor though? I think that was on the floor. So A.S. Saleh will get it.
He's gonna take a lot of hits tonight, Stoglin.
Yeah, he's got to be able to take those hits and still finish the shot, to your point, especially at the rim. Rashad, his running mate, gets it up top. Calls to Abdur-Rahim to get the screen. A little stop and a pop at the elbow. He misses it. Yassine runs it down, but A.S. Saleh goes the other way. Mitchell, and the miss and the putback by Joseph right over top. And an early 7-point lead by A.S. Police. Abdur-Rahim down low, throws it inside to the big fella. Sofine misses the jump hook, but Stoglin has the rebound in the corner. He misses long. Going back the other way, Keita has it into the front court. Surveys. Mitchell gets fouled on the three-point shot from the corner. A lot of pace in this game. Usher, A.S. Police putting the pressure on Saleh.
That's a solid start from A.S. Police. They'll be proud of the way they started. You can see the way that the players on the bench are congratulating the ones who are on the court. Very, very nice finish in there, because it's important for A.S. Police to take it easy, one possession at a time, get those 2 points in and accumulate that gap.
Well, this game is a little bit reminiscent of the last game that we had with A.S. Saleh, where they were behind. FAP took the early lead, and we know how aggressive they are as the ball club. They keep pushing the envelope, especially with Rashad and Stoglin. Those two can be a great tandem at different points in the game, Usher.
Well, when you see the way that they started, it's sort of similar to the way they started the first game against FAP. Very slow, but they need to get their act together. Kurdu is on for Jefferson. He should be able to provide some good energy in the paint. And look at that. Very good finish.
Yeah, that really is emblematic of what they've been like in terms of how aggressive they are as a team. I like how you call it the final before the final. No one wants to go home. Mitchell fouled on the three-point shot, makes his first. There's 2 more here at the charity stripe. And you had some interesting conversations. I know we were talking before the game about how important this was and how it's even expanded into the family tree, if you will, of some of these players.
Well, I was talking to Ibrahim Sheikh Haidara, and he was saying that he'll be in trouble with his young daughter, 4 years old, if they lose this game. So if not for the sake of making it to the next level of the competition, AS Police must win for Sheikh, because he'll be in trouble with his 4-year-old daughter.
Well, and you're a daughter too, so I know you never want to disappoint those daughters. So that's good background of you, and a good job getting that information as Abdur-Rahim gets the offensive foul and plants the shoulder right into the chest. Good job by Joseph getting square there on the baseline as the ball is put into Mitchell's hands as he dribbles into the front court, guarded by Yassine. AS Police, as he comes off the screen, tries a little pocket pass that is very successful by Joseph, working both ends of the floor. The great catch and finish. Stoglin back into the front court on the baseline. Little hezzy and over the top with the lefty. He misses it. AS Police comes back, maintaining the same level of pressure on the defense as Joseph misses the short 15-footer from just at the elbow. Shot into front court. Stoglin comes off to Abdur-Rahim. Sofian has it. Dribble handoff to Yassine. Comes back off of Sofian. Stops just inside the arc. It's short. AS Police has it. Kita brings it into the front court. Finds an open Mfale, who misses the long ball. Yassine comes back up to Stoglin on the left wing. Hesitation move. And he draws the foul. Something I'm noticing, Usher, is this young man, Stoglin, he draws a lot of fouls. He has such a quick first step. You saw the little hesitation action. You've got to stay down and ready with this young man, because he's always looking to score. You saw that. Makes the defense relax. And then Kita got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Usher, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. AS Police up. Welcome back, where you see the big slam that was off of a rebound and a miss by Abdur-Rahim, and the long pass to Joseph with a finish, where we're seeing a breakout game by this team, the AS Police from Mali. They are getting it done as Stoglin misses at the rim. And the ball goes off of AS Police. But how about the long pass, and then Joseph with the ferocious finish. I mean, Usher, they are leaving no prisoners, if you will. AS Police has turned up the volume. Adara enters the game. Go ahead. I stepped right on you, Usher. I'm sure you had a better point than I did. Stoglin makes the layup finally. You sent him a memo and said that's what he needs to do. He finally makes one at the rim.
Looks like he's listening to the commentary of this game.
Or listening to you. Mitchell with the nice little pocket pass. The miss by Joseph. Shot comes off of Sofian. Misses the 20-footer from the wing. Yassine comes off of Sofian, goes back off of the screen, down underneath the basket, hands it off to Rashad. Nice fadeaway and an air ball over the top. By Thomas into the front court. Mitchell, hesitation look, and gets to the rim and almost gets touched, but finishes. God. Did you see the little nice look away?
So incredible.
Incredible, and froze the defense. Sadara turns up the defense, gets a tip. Turnover. Joseph into the front court. And the miss by Haidara. He should be allowed to miss that given the performance that he's had thus far.
Good energy there.
Yeah,
and
great.
2 points in the bag.
Great call as Rashad goes to the bench and Muhammad takes his place. Police inbound the ball in from the corner. The miss in Fale misses the three. Stoglin back into the front court. A little scrum down below. Guys get tied up. Ascofari laughs and points. Sofian is showing the what happened. You'll see right here, these two guys get tied up. That's a hook there. It's a good call by the ref. And a good job by Ascofari drawing that foul. That's a skill set in my estimation, Usher. Some people are really good at drawing fouls. And I think AS Police is showing that skill set here early in this first period.
It is the understanding of the game rules of basketball.
Yes, it is. And the wraparound pass attempted by Haidara, knocked out of bounds by AS Saleh. He holds up 2 fingers. Get the play. Only 4.8 to go on the shot clock. And the shot goes up, and there's a foul on Binke Mame. 2 shots. You know, we talked about the family tree and the impact on that, and you told me how daughters or telling fathers, hey, you got to get this done, and how important it is. And that, I know you know and understand, that extends also into the community of Mali.
Well, it does, because when you look at the head coach of AS Police, Boubacar Kanouté is also assistant coach of the national team. And this is a very important project for them as a country, because as one of the best countries at the youth level, they've won under 16, under 18 tournaments on both the men and women's side. They want this continuation even at club level to make sure that they dominate Africa and seal themselves as a good basketball nation.
Yeah, and that spirit that you're talking about with family and community is coming out in the way that they're playing tonight, as Haidara shot gets blocked by Sofian and AS Saleh comes back aggressively. Stoglin gets it on the wing, misses the long 3 ball. You and I both know that doesn't matter much for Saleh, because they're going to keep coming, they're going to keep shooting regardless. We saw that in their first game where they came out victorious. The ball goes out of bounds off Tandini. Papa. The mishandle. Rashad comes in for Stoglin, who takes a break.
When you look at how AS Saleh are playing, you understand how they miss Zakaria El Masbahi, who is actually whispering to the head coach to tell him what he can tell the players.
Yeah, he's an important part of the team. Last game had 11 points before the injury, made a lot of big shots. As Rashad turns that over, AS Police goes back the other way, and they take the hit. Number 5, Haidara, makes sure he gets to the line. Fouled. His attempt to make the basket. I mean, this is turned into all but a complete shutout by just 3 points. Usher, I mean, we've been talking about how aggressive AS Police has been on the offensive end, but what about their defense?
They're playing good defense, and they're asking very, very good questions of AS Saleh, who have not played competitive basketball in the last 2 years, and you can see that that is affecting them tonight.
I mean, it's quite impressive what's happening with AS Police, especially the turnaround. Petro got them in the first game. You might have thought they were all but dead, but not so much. as Muhammad knocks down the nice little crossover shot from near the elbow to take it to 5. Well, that's one of those infamous travels that we're seeing a lot of all week long. A lot of the guys have had the happy feet. Shot into the front court. Looks for Sofian. Swing to Yassine. Sofian down low. Tries for the little jump hook in the paint and gets fouled. Now, just looking at this game and looking at Sofian there as he takes the jump hook, Usher, I've been not only impressed with the defense of A.S. Police, but also how they've played under control. They haven't seemingly gotten outside of themselves.
Well, when you look at A.S. Police, they like to play a very organized setup, and that is typical of a Malian team.
Yeah, probably typical of a Coach Boubacar team as well. As they take it into the front court. And there's some slippage, and there goes another turnover. Binke fell along the baseline as well. 23 seconds left. Almost a 2-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Shaw doesn't wait for Sofian, then waits and goes back off of the screen up top. Little short 16-footer from the left, just outside the paint. Knocks it down, 2 seconds left. Got 0.6 on the clock. A.S. Police's ball. And they'll have to get this up quickly, Usher. Not a lot of time. Papa gets it up and he misses. What a first period for A.S. Police, up 19-8 over A.S. Saleh. Woo!
That's a very emphatic first quarter from A.S. Police, who are looking great so far, but can they be consistent? We'll come back after the break.
Welcome back to Kigali, Rwanda, where A.S. Police lead 19-8 over A.S. Saleh. What you got here, Usher? What needs to change? This has been amazing to watch A.S. Police come out with this level of aggression.
Well, when you look at the statistics, A.S. Police have picked 20 rebounds as compared to A.S. Saleh's 14, and those statistics are enough to explain why we are in this position. And one of the greatest contributors, obviously, Ibrahima Thomas, with 5 of those. And you can see his impact on the court. He's come back in the second quarter, and he's definitely going to have a big role in that paint. And Kurdu, the number 33 of A.S. Saleh, has a lot of work to do tonight.
Yeah, no, Sofian, he has a lot of work. Obviously, Rashad has a lot of work. Stoglin missed a lot of easy shots, I thought. Turnover, ball goes out to Thomas, who knocks down the 3. A.S. Police is scorching hot. It's the first 3-pointer of the game. The long ball by Muhammad is missed and picked up by A.S. Police. Ibrahim brings it into the front court. Joseph with the nice turnaround jump.
A.S. Police will just not stop tonight, will they?
Yeah, a little jump. Yeah, a little hook shot there. Now, did you think he called the bank on that? And is that legal? As Rashad gets the finish right at the rim. Seriously, isn't it too late for a bank to be open?
Well,
I don't know. You're going to shoot a jump hook, you got to call the bank, don't you? Uh-oh, a heat check. And the miss by Thomas. Rashad brings it back into the front court for A.S. Saleh. Little push off, and that was sold well
right in front of the referee.
Yes, it was. Papa Tandina sold that. He made sure. And Rashad's trying to plead his case, but not so much.
And Stoglin is back on court. Let's see what he can contribute to BAL A.S. And Coach El Bazidi of BAL A.S. having a word with Sofian Kurdu.
On the swing from the top. Drive to the basket. Papa misses the layup.
That's too many turnovers for BAL A.S. Police. They don't seem as focused as they did at the beginning of the first quarter.
And I think that was a foul on Ibrahim. But your point is well made. I mean, I think they've done a good job generally up to this point, though, by controlling the pace and not giving too many opportunities for BAL A. And then BAL A gives back a turnover that they could have used as El Ghazi gets called for the foul.
Well, he moved his body, and that's why.
That's right. And you know what? Not only, I thought you were going to say something else, because you said body. I thought you were going to say something other than his body, but he moved a lot and got it in the way. You're right. You've got to plant those feet and be stable. As Joseph throws it in to his other big, Thomas, who misses it, ends up on the floor. But Stoglin comes back for BAL A into the front court. Hesitation dribble. Swing to Adam. Adam. Dribble hand off to Rashad. Jump shot from just to the left of the top of the key. Knocks it down. Well, cuts it to 12 here with 7:15 left in the second period. Group B. Critical match for both teams. AS Police fighting for their lives. As Thomas misses the bank shot, Rashad quickly into the front court on the wing, gets it to Adam. Swing to Stoglin up top. He misses the three ball. Adam gets it behind the back to Stoglin, who finishes with the double pump. Do you approve? You said he needed to finish some of that, Usher.
And now he's doing it the right way. He's getting those points on the board. 2 on this possession, and that is what BAL A need, the consistency at this point, and now the lead has been cut to 10 points.
Well, he had to go to the highest degree of difficulty to make one. Wow, that was a very pretty shot. Ibrahimi for AS Police misses from the corner. BAL A's ball, they turn it over, it goes back the other way. Into the corner, Papa Tandini misses the three ball. Rashad gets it for BAL A. A little shimmy as he comes through the paint. Spin cycle for Stoglin. He gets it back. Adam drops it to Rashad. He's got it. Isolation under 3 seconds to get the shot off. Gets it off at 1.5, and it's good. As the shot clock runs out. This might be the perfect time to get a timeout, given that Rashad is warming up.
Very, very incredible finish there by Rashad. And BAL A starting to warm up to this game. Poor starters, obviously, in the 2 games that they've played at this tournament. But also a very good timeout for Boubacar Kanouté. What can he do? What can he say to his players? They need to play good defense, and also it seems like they're taking desperate shots when they come down on the court. They need to be a little more, they need to have more teamwork there, pass the ball until they get that open shot, and there's no one to rebound the ball. Ibrahima Thomas looks to be tired in the paint, but they need to work with him to get those offensive rebounds.
Yeah, and to that point with offensive rebounds, I know the bigs, typically they have one out and away from the basket and the other down underneath the basket. which makes it a little more difficult not having as much size maybe as you would want on the offensive end, to your point, especially when you have a smaller lineup like A.S. right now. They aren't too big as Muhammad comes in. He'll be running alongside Rashad and Stoglin, so they're fairly small on the perimeter. That looked to me like a design play, and they got your memo as Thomas tried to post up Joseph right under the basket. And Adam gets his second foul. He got pinned. Really had no choice. It probably was a good foul given that he was in a no-win position. The swing pass is thrown right out of bounds as Papa Tandini gets stuck. Number 33, Joseph touches his chest to say, "My fault, my fault," as John Dre comes back into the game for A.S. Saleh. A lot of different ingredients getting put into this game right now, Usher. A little mixing, matching, and changing as Rashad dribbles down, finds Adam. Little jump stop that's going to be a travel. The hippity hop won't work in the BAL. Not this week, Usher.
Well, the players will have to go back and watch the film and see where they go wrong with the Bulls, because every second, every possession in this tournament matters. It is the difference between if you go home or if you stay.
AS Police comes back with the ball. Mitchell pushes it up aggressively into the front court. Swings it down into the corner. Ibrahimi, number 11, Papa Tandini, he has it, looks, surveys. 33, Joseph, puts it up and is short. Ibrahimi flushes it down with the left hand to get the lead back to 10.
Very good finish there for Haidara. He needed that in terms of confidence.
Yeah, speaking of needing that, Rashad needed that elbow jump shot to see if Ibrahimi checks to see if he's hot. Goes back and gets the pass. Looks like he wants to get something here. Gets it out to Mitchell. The long three from well beyond the arc. Cash money, Usher.
Wow, are the banks open finally? Do you know?
The banks don't need to be when you swishing and dishing from that far beyond the arc. The only time you need the banks are when you lose the glass, but they don't need glass because they're shooting cash. We're going to take a break. Welcome back to Kigali Arena, where AS Police, I mean, we may need to get some fire trucks in here, Usher. They are on, you laugh, I'm serious. They are absolutely on fire, and they are on so much fire that little turnover action was created. I mean, this is, I haven't seen a team get this hot yet.
That was the dunk from Sheikh Haidara.
I mean, what happened? This can't be the same team that played Petro just the other day.
Well, to cut them some slack, Petro are an incredible side that have played at the continent for a very long time, and with national team players who've played at the Olympics and the World Cup.
Yeah, but I want to get into that because they only lost to, FAP only lost to Petro by 2. And it's just, that's a foul underneath by Adam.
Well, that's understandable because Coach Lazar, the FAP coach, he was in charge of Petro de Luanda for 8 years between 2012 and 2020, so he knows them in and out.
Yeah, but I mean, this team, I mean, it was 84-66. It wasn't even, and it was, I saw some, you know, some of it, they were kind of close. But to come do this to A.S. Saleh, who beat FAP, I mean, Can you make some sense of it? As
Well,
Mitchell gets the shot blocked at the rim. I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't seem realistic.
well, it is the game of basketball.
Okay.
Anything can happen.
That is true. Anything can happen. I think your insight about the importance of the community back in Mali, literally the family ties, and we were joking about that, but it is. You guys are playing for a lot of pride. They don't want to go home. They want to have a chance to get in these playoffs, and I love to watch the passion from all of these guys on the floor. You can literally feel the energy sitting over here on the side.
Well, obviously, when you think about Mali as a country, played in the World Cup Under-19 final against the US, and to reach that level means so much for them.
Yeah, a lot of pride as Mitchell misses a little wing jump shot. About 2:33 to go here in the second period. Jefferson has the miss. Jandre misses it again, gets his own rebound, puts it back. Jandre playing by himself down low, but unable to finish. Usher.
He should be able to finish that, you know, for a player his size. And also because El Ghazi has not been able to deliver, and while Sofiane Kourou is struggling with that right knee.
Well, a smart lady told me once that it's basketball and anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Does Jandre get that excuse, or are you not giving it to him because of the size around the basket?
No, he does not. He needs to be able to finish that kind of layup there, and especially when he's not finishing on the free throw line.
Okay, fair enough. And speaking of not finishing, doesn't look like that rebound was finished by Joseph. Yassine was able to knock it out of his hands. We'll get another crack at a score here on this end of the floor, a desperately needed score as they trail 16-29. AS Police in the lead. Stoglin attempts the scoop pass, which is tipped and knocked out of bounds. AS Police, they'll get it on the side. Yassine directing. Looks like he wants someone to come off the screen. He and Coach Boubacar giving instructions. Yassine gets it back, under 2 on the shot clock, and he misses short. The throw ahead to Mitchell, who goes to finish. He misses, and the tip by the Police. Jandre throws it in. Yassine ahead to Rashad. He finishes with an easy 2-point layup. Cuts the lead to 11. Saleh trails 18-29. Here in the second period, the nice little turnaround fadeaway by Joseph with the little leg kick. And then he runs right into Yassine. What was that all about?
Well, Yassine tricked him and took the ball to him, and you know, he couldn't move real quick.
Was that trickery or what? There's Rashad on the up and under. I know what these Saleh guys need. They need the degree of difficulty on their jump shots, I mean on their layups, because when they have difficulty, that's when they can finish. Isolation by Rashad. He pulls up the 3 and misses it. The throw ahead and the finish by Joseph. The bigs for AS Police do a great job, Usher, of putting themselves in the right position to catch and finish as Rashad goes down the lane. There's some more difficulty for you, Usher.
Wow, it looks like Sheikh Haidara has been hit in the face.
Know if he took a hand or an elbow. Keep an eye on it.
Oh, it was Ibrahima Thomas, his teammate.
That's right. Thomas, when the action stopped, he went to grab the ball, and it looked like the elbow Caught him right in the forehead area.
And he's been...
Yeah, that gives me a headache sitting over here.
Well, the eye is a very delicate part.
Yes, they are. Very important as Mitchell comes into the front court. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Turnover. You see he comes up with it to Rashad. Degree of difficulty. Finish. Wow. I mean, I'm going to start degrading these like gymnastic flips, because the more difficult these little guards for Saleh, they really know how to finish. What a block. Wow. And Stoglin turns Azuga's block into a layup. Number 21, Azuga came from behind and just all but wiped that clean. 15 to go, about 1.4 differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The pass from Mitchell. And the big fella, Joseph, finishes it and maintains the lead for AS Police, 35-24. There's that beautiful block, Usher, by Azuga, and the finish.
Well, the look on their faces, Mohammed and Kurdu saying, hey, this is our space. You have no place here. Get out of here.
And it looks like the coach is getting a little bit of that love and talking about that space as well, as they begin their instruction and their plan for the second half. Try to make up this 11-point lead. We've seen it before now. We saw them down against AFP, and they came back. They were able to win that game late, Usher.
Well, Coach El Boazidi will be very, very proud of the last 3 minutes of the second quarter for AS Saleh. They've done an incredible job to get that energy and get that vibe, and let's see what they will do in the second half.
Let's do it. Let's take a break and come back. Saleh down 24-35 to AS Police. Welcome back to Kigali, Rwanda. We are starting the second half, and that is the result of an elbow by teammate Ibrahima Thomas as he was taking the ball out of bounds. Just how aggressive things are, Usher, with elbows flailing and people diving on the floor, and a lot of energy being put forth. And I think you summed it up well to start the game. You called it the final before the final, and I thought that was incredibly eloquent and well put, because we're getting into a phase and or a stage where if you lose, you are in trouble to not make it into the group of 8 who will be playing in the playoffs out of the 12 teams who are now spread amongst 3 groups. What are your thoughts? One, for AS Police to extend or sustain this lead, and 2, for AS Saleh to potentially get back into this game with the 11-point lead that the AS Police have.
Well, at the moment for AS Police, you have to look at the statistics. They've scored 24 points in the paint so far, and some of that contribution obviously has been from Ibrahima Thomas, who has done a great job protecting the rim also on the other side of the court. And for AS Saleh, I feel that Jefferson could bring that energy and contest what Ibrahima Thomas has to offer on the other side of the court.
Yeah, and to add to that, Joseph, the other big, he's been the man of the hour and the big mate, if you will, because he has 16 points and has really done a lot of damage around the basket. And he's one guy that AS Saleh's bigs are going to have to keep an eye on. Sophine.
Well, Joseph has done well in transition, scoring those layups and making it count for his team.
And not a lot of three balls been made in this game. I mean, combined only 2 for 20. Both teams in the now 2 for 21 in the entirety of the game as Ibrahima misses that three ball, and the struggles continue for both teams. Well, that was on cue. Zuga knocks down the three, adding to his fine play. That's a big block in the first half. Mitchell goes into the big fella Thomas, who gets a double team. Tipped out. Yassine goes all the way to the basket. No one stops the ball, makes the defense pay. They cut right into that lead. Usher now talking about 6 points, 2-possession game.
Yep, that's a very quick 5 points from A.S. Saleh to cut the deficit. And they're looking good. They've started with good energy. And A.S. Police will have to regroup and see if they can counter that.
And some coaches believe the first 2 or 3 minutes of the half are the most important of the game as Mitchell misses the finish and A.S. Police get their own rebound. And the big fellas for A.S. Police continue to do work as Thomas to rebound and knock to the floor. We'll have a couple of free throws. I mean, at the end of the day, from my lens, it looks like the size is really controlling this game for A.S. Police. The guards have been very solid, nonetheless, for A.S. Police. But for Coach Babacar, the difference, what's he thinking there? What's he thinking there? What's going through his mind?
Well, he needs, you know, El Wazidi, he needs his side to be consistent and to play good defense. And those rebounds, just like now, are very important for them going forward.
You make a good point as Yassine gets it at the top and get a little feet shuffle. And a happy feet. I mean, that, no question. And do you agree with this? That's the #1 turnover so far in the BAL League is the travels.
It is right now.
I mean, as Thomas misses a little turnaround, gets caught under the basket, Stoglin goes all the way to the rim, a little difficulty. Azuga tries to finish it, and the foul is called on Azuga as he missed the putback.
That's his third personal foul. Second, solid team foul.
Still 6-point lead. Usher, what do you think about this low score? I mean, we're not talking about a lot of points.
It is a low-scoring game, but it just speaks to the tension.
Well, Mamadou Keita is having a say about that as he knocks down the three, the 4th of the night between either team. Extends the lead to 29-38. A.S. Saleh, Yassine kicks it out to Stoglin. Little fake, up and under. Jump stop to Sofian. Blocked by Ibrahima. Going back the other way, Mitchell kicks it out to Ibrahima. Booyah! Ibrahima knocks it down. The big three after the block.
I'm not surprised that Mamadou Keita is shooting the daylights out of this game. He's one of the products of the Mali youth system there. Played for the under-16s in 2009.
Well, these guys are extending this lead again. And thank you for cleaning me up. That was Keita who knocked down that big three. Keita doing a little bit of a heat check. Yeah, there's that bank, that closed bank that we were talking about.
We should call the bank manager.
Yeah, we should. He should open it up. As Abdurrahim gets a pass from Yassine, misses the little jump hook. There's Ibrahima. He gets it knocked out of his hand. The loose ball. Abdurrahim throws ahead to Stoglin. Okay, this won't go away. Down 10. A.S. Police does not want to extend his lead, tries to throw it over top. Keita misses. Stoglin gets the long rebound. He comes back, stop and pop from behind the arc. He misses. Ibrahima grabs it to Mitchell. Oh, and the miss. Thomas couldn't finish as he caught it on the run.
Yassine picks up the Saleh foul. That's his first personal foul. Now 3 team fouls.
I think Thomas missed it, and then Joseph got it. He was fouled.
2 shots.
2 shots, have to make some free throws.
It's the first. He'll keep one more shot.
Joseph for the second.
And what do you think about an instance when a player is on a free throw line and his teammates are not around him to pick up the rebound? Is it a sign of confidence, do you think?
If they're not around him to pick up that rebound?
Yes.
Sure, it can be. I think you're calling those guys out and telling on the teammates who have a feel for Stoglin. There's some of that difficulty we're talking about, Usher, as he wiggles and waggles into the paint.
He likes to do that.
Yes, he does. He's a little bit snaky.
Snaky?
Yeah, see that? See that? Snaky wiggle, waggle, sneaky zigzag.
As long as it counts at the end of the day.
Yes, it does. Look it up in the dictionary. I'm telling you, it's got to be a word. And if not, go to Urban Dictionary.
I trust you 100%.
Well, the point is, you know what I meant. Snaky, wiggly. There's the big fella, gets the drive. Thomas gets hit, and that's the point I was making. I mean, these bigs for AS Police, they basically controlling the game. That's 1 foul, that's 2 fouls. It just feels like to me that you talk about trust. That's where the trust lies for this ball club. Joseph and Thomas.
They've had a really good day. They're troubling El Bouzidi, the coach of AS Police. I mean, AS Saleh.
Well, yeah, they would trouble me as well, as it misses the second free throw. On the wing, Rashad brings it in the middle of the court, hits Abdurrahim. He can't finish. Loose ball, Adam gets it, brings it back to Rashad for the long 3. Bam! He knocks it down. Usher, I think we just got to accept it. AS Saleh's not going to go away. They're just going to hang around. And Stoglin gets the tip. Adam throws ahead on the steal. Yassine misses. Ibrahima comes back the other way offensively. Joseph inside, little jump hook. Abdurrahim grabs it and clears a lot of space and might even get rewarded with a foul on the back. Joseph, I see you out the corner of my eye, laughing, smiling, and shaking your head. Tell us what you're seeing, Usher.
This is a very physical game from both sides, and you can see that this is a serious encounter and that they need the victory at the end of the day, and every possession counts.
I love that language. As Rashad misses the 3. Serious and encounter. Your verbiage leaves me white knuckling here. Rashad coming back, tries to get to the rim. He gets fouled by Ibrahima. Yeah, it is a serious encounter. I mean, you set the tone early in the break. Let's take a break. Saleh down 37-44 here in the third. We're here at Kigali Arena, where we've got In the words of Usher, a serious encounter taking place right before our eyes. It's the nightcap of the BAL Basketball Africa League. First of its kind from the NBA outside North America. And we've got some guys laying it all on the line, trying to push their teams into the playoffs. 12 teams vying for 8 positions out of 3 groups. This is Group B, where A.S. Police of Mali are fighting for their lives against A.S. Saleh of Morocco. As the big fella, Joseph, continues his impeccable play with a nice finish from about 15 feet. Adam to the rim on the little pick and roll, and he finishes it and holds up the muscle.
Well, it's interesting that A.S. Saleh have switched to a full court man press. And
it's a good observation, and back into a little bit of a zone after the pressure, but Abdurrahim clears the rebound. Stoglin surveys the land. Abdurrahim with the drive, the hit of Stoglin. And he goes to the line after being fouled. In some ways, Usher, A.S. Saleh has done a great job of using the free throw line here in this third period to get points on the board. And one of the things that's a huge value of that is you get points without losing time. Because right now, when you have to make up ground, you don't want too much time to roll off the clock. So they've just kind of done a great job of eking their way back into this game with free throws and great play as A.S. Saleh steals the ball from A.S. Police. Yassine to Abdurrahim, who misses the 16-footer, gets it back, and then finishes the and one off of the offensive rebound.
Look at that, Nadja, with a lot of energy and reaction, I should say.
Yeah, and we've been talking about all the great play of the bigs, Joseph and Thomas. That time, they got caught looking. They were spectators instead of active participants, which cost them a rebound. And it also cost them some jeopardy, because now we have a tied ball game, 46 all. A.S. Saleh, A.S. Police. Man, I've had a great day, Usher. Let me tell you why. One, I get to do this nightcap game with you, and that's always a good time. But two, it's my second tight game of the day.
Well, I think the two teams will have some questions for you at the end. Why do you have to do this to them?
I'm just lucky to be here. I tell you that. Well, what does this summarize for you? What do you see there with the statistics? As we see the score, obviously, 46 all, field goal percentage, not necessarily great on either side. What sticks out for you, Usher?
Well, it's the steals for A.S. Saleh. Yassine has been great up top, getting those steals in there and forcing a transition of play where Stoglin has been able to finish on the other end, and this is why they are where they are. The game is tied, and very important for A.S. Saleh to use this rhythm and see how they can close off this game.
You used a really, I think, a key word here, and that is rhythm. And that's what you need in a situation like that, and sometimes teams try to disrupt it. Again, you talked about the type of defense. They're back into a zone. Looks like they're going to try to force, they being Saleh, to force A.S. Police to shoot from deep, and they did that. The ball is rebounded after the miss by Keita. Get it back, and a foul is committed by A.S. Saleh. Now it's bonus time. We talked about the free throw line. It's going to play an important part for both of these teams down the stretch. Wow.
Number 11, Papa Terrel at the free throw line.
ASale up 23-12 here in the third period. They've closed the lead, had it tied. Tandina makes 2 free throws, back up 2. Rashad back to Yassine, over to Abdurrahim. He swings it to Stoglin, long 3. Bam! And it's good.
And for the first time in this game, ASale are in the lead.
They are. They took the 1-point lead, 49-48. ASale, they got a trap. Mitchell comes to it behind the back to the big fella, and he finishes with the little shimmy Joseph does. If there's anyone you want to guard tonight, it's that man right there, because he can't miss around the basket. Look at the great pass by Mitchell, right on time, in the hands. It was a bang, bang finish.
And it is 22 points for Joseph, 23 now in this game.
You talked about that word rhythm. He has all the rhythm in the world. That was so beautifully executed with the behind-the-back pass. Both teams playing a little bit of a zone here, Usher, and Stoglin going to do a little heat check as Abdurrahim gets his rebound from the missed 3, throws it back out deep to Rashad. They reload with 5 seconds on the shot clock, right at the elbow. He misses the fadeaway. The rebound by AS Police, and the long pass. Tandina steps out of bounds. Thought he got pushed. AS Police maintains the lead with 2:05 to go in the third period, leading ASale.
It is a very close game.
Yeah, this is about execution. They still remain in the zone. Stoglin penetrates it, gets to the rim, puts it up with the left hand, misses. Abdurrahim gets it, but Mitchell fouls him, and that's where the free throw line again remains to be a very important part of this second half, and namely this period with both teams, Usher, being in the bonus.
Let's see if Naja can convert from the charity line. There you go.
And the charity line is very important. These two teams, they're playing for a lot. And the 12 BAL teams from 12 African countries have been divided as Saleh gets the rebound. I'll come back to what's happening and how these 12 teams got here in a moment. Stoglin, crossover to Adam from about 16 feet on the left baseline, knocks it down and lets everybody know it. Comes down really loose as Gita misses, knocks it down with the long 3. They can't miss right now, Usher. No one can.
Mamadou seems to have his shooting cap on.
Yeah, I mean, I literally blinked and thought that ball wasn't going in, and it the basket. Another foul. Here we go with those free throws we were talking about a moment ago. I said misses, and I mean the ball just finding the net. But as I said a moment ago, the 12 teams from 12 African countries have been divided into 3 groups of 4, with each team playing the 3 other teams in its group one time. The top 8 teams from the group phase will advance to the playoffs, which are single elimination in all 3 rounds. So a lot on the line for these teams. You talked about the whole country of Mali wanting a lot from AS Police as they play against this zone, get it to their bigs. Back out. to Sanogo. Ibrahima back to Sanogo with the pump fake. He puts up the 3-ball off the bank, which we talked about being closed. Stoglin the other way, all the way to the basket. Avoids being hit, but Abdur Rahim grabs the rebound. He's fouled. That's where his new home is in this basketball game. Usher is right there at the free throw line. He's goes there just about every time in this period that we end up on that end of the court.
Well, it's very clear now for Naja and BAL A.S that they must convert on that free throw line, because it could eventually determine the result of this game.
Yeah, it's free throw line, or as you like to call it, the charity line or charity stripe always comes into play. And I think you threw out a little jinx there. Abdur Rahim missing, making the second. Sometimes, what do you think about a 2-for-1 here? Meaning you get 2 last possessions instead of waiting with the clock differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Let's see if they look to get a quick shot up. Doesn't look like they're going to do that. They're just moving the ball around the zone as Ibrahima misses long. Save out of bounds by Rashad off of BAL Police. 0.6 second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Little offense, defense. Stoglin back in the game.
And Coach El Bazidi brings back Stoglin to perhaps get that 3-pointer.
Rashad gets free, stops right at the elbow, misses. BAL Police throws ahead. Ibrahima from 3, and it's just long. As we close out the third period with BAL A.S 55, BAL Police 54. It's a 1-point lead. Woo! It's been warm, but Usher, it's getting hot in here. We're gonna break. Let's cool it off a little bit. We're back at the nightcap, Kigali Arena, where we got a tight game on our hands. BAL A.S brings the ball in the front court against BAL Police. Neither team will let the other get away. As Stoglin drives in a nice dish to Abdur Rahim and finishes right in front of the basket. BAL A takes the lead 56-54 with about 9.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And the long ball shot long by Sung Nago. Rebounded by BAL A. Rashad comes in off the screen from Adam. Goes back off of it towards the left wing. Pass to Stoglin down the lane line. He gets hit and finishes and shows muscles to the referee.
And he finishes in the snaky way.
There you go, snaky. See, that is a word. Just keep saying it until other people say it. BAL A takes the lead. They play the zone. Whoa, and a great pass after Tandini cut down and received it and was fouled at the rim. And number 10, Rashad James, couldn't do anything, got caught looking the other way. And that's one of those things, Usher, where you've got to use defensive principles, old school defensive principles, where you see the ball and the man. You can't just look at one or look away, and Papa saw that and took advantage with the beautiful cut down the lane, making his second free throw. Close the lead, 59-55, BAL A. Adam with the handoff to Stoglin. He stops right behind him and almost nails the three-pointer. But guess what? The same issues continue, Usher, here in the fourth period as Thomas fouls the three-point shooter. Really? Really, Usher? Of all people.
Well, I mean, first of all, what is he doing there?
What is
Thomas.
What is Stoglin?
At the top.
What is he doing at the top?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing there, but whatever he's doing, the last thing you want to foul is a shooter. And this seems like what we call in America Groundhog Day. Same thing over and over and over. What's that same thing? Every time I look to my left, an A.S. Saleh player is at that free throw line over the past 6 to 8 minutes.
And AS Police seem not to have an answer for that.
Well, stop fouling would be a good start. And here they are in the zone. As you see, knocks it free. Rashad comes back, and he charges right over Mitchell, who I suspect had his feet set. Rashad James. That was well called.
That was a charge.
That was a charge.
That was a charge.
You happy with that? Yep.
And that's a fourth foul for Rashad James. That will definitely impact the AS Saleh offense.
Yeah, that could be an issue. I mean, that could be a big issue because we know how important he is, particularly down the stretch. And the ball goes out of bounds on Thomas, who had his head down. He was driving blind there, Usher. You got to see where you're going. Got very fortunate. AS Saleh maintains possession. As you've seen, makes the senseless foul, I thought. Really not a lot to be gained.
Well, it looks like Ibrahima Thomas is hiding on the outside. He should be in the paint, stamping his authority in there.
You make a good point as Ibrahima misses the fall-away three. Stoglin into the front court. Comes off the screen into the paint and finishes with the nice lefty on the left side of the basket. Puts a lot of pressure on Papa Tandina. Comes off. That's snaky. That's snaky. Did you see that as he got into the paint? I mean, when it's that good, I mean, Usher, you got to admit, there aren't a lot of words for it. The ball's inbounded. AS Police hits Mitchell on the wing. Swings it back up top to Joseph. Joseph gets it back. He takes the three-pointer. Of course. Who else? Good from beyond the arc, Usher.
And he just came on, and that three is a big one for AS Police, who are looking to cut that deficit.
And the miss from the Police. Oscar Ford misses the long ball. Ibrahima misses it also short in the Stoglin's hands, going the other way. Hesitation. He's going to try again from beyond the arc. This time, I think that was a 2, not a 3. It was still pretty. He still stopped. He still popped. What do you think looking at that beautiful jump shot?
Well, Stoglin is trying to communicate that if you can't shoot on the other side, I'll show you how to shoot.
Yeah, and he, you know, he has no conscience. You can learn a lot from him. I mean, you know, you talked about something that I think he has. And you talked about it about when you were trying to inspire other young women. And you talked about something they should have, a certain kind of freeness. Can you expound upon that? Because I think that's what Stoglin plays with. He plays with a freeness in terms of making mistakes or not having a good play. He's relentless in his pursuit.
Well, when you look at the first quarter statistics, A.S. Saleh was 0 for 9 behind the arc, but when you see where they've come and how far they've come in the fourth quarter, you see that they have been consistent and trying that shot, and finally the threes are dropping for Stoglin, and that is very, very important for A.S. Saleh and also for him individually as a player in terms of confidence.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to start making shots, or if you're making shots, your confidence will grow nonetheless. I mean, University of Maryland, 2010 to 2012, he's been a bit of a journeyman. He's played all over, played at Cholet. He's played in Lebanon for 5 seasons. Zakar should be really happy. You know, he gave him 11 points in the last game, but right now Stoglin has taken over this game as Police comes up with the missed 3, and the big fella Thomas rebounds it and misses back again to who else but Stoglin, and he finishes at the other end 67 to 58. Puts A.S. Police on their heels as they go inside to the big fella Thomas, who kicks it back out to Keita, misses the 3. Yassine back the other way, Usher.
A.S. Saleh looking good at the moment.
Abdur-Rahim, now that's that defense I was telling you about, seeing the man and the ball. Abdur-Rahim got behind the defense, as did Mitchell on the cut, but there was help there from the A.S. Saleh side. He's unable to finish.
A.S. Police seem to be playing towards A.S. Saleh's game plan instead of finding their feet.
Stoglin with the pull-up miss and gets it back from Sophine, and he shoots it again. There's a little bit more of that relentlessness that is a huge part of Stoglin's game.
And that speaks much about his character. He's not one to give up.
Great point. That's a great point, as Sophine fouls Keita. But you make an excellent point about Stoglin.
Well done to Naja there. Good finish, easy. And it is a double-double for Abdur-Rahim Naja, 11 points, 11 rebounds.
Yeah, he's been a big part of their success of getting back into this game. A lot of those came from getting to the charity stripe through the third.
As expected, you know, from a player of his experience and exposure over the years. Born in Casablanca.
No question. Yassine decides to abort the shot, gets it to Stoglin, who draws the foul. Here we are with that Groundhog Day back at the free throw line. A.S. Police looking like they're a bit on their heels. They look a little perplexed in terms of strategy and what they should do. Momentum clearly in the favor of A.S. Saleh, and it's dangerous momentum because they're not using necessarily speed to score, Usher. They're carving them up, so to speak.
Well, they're taking the ball to A.S. Police, and by now they know that A.S. Police will foul them and they can go to the line as long as the ball is in the air.
That's exactly right. And this is his 31st point, 10 below his number of 41. We both know Stoglin is not going to stop shooting.
Do you think he'll make it to 41?
I think he's a good chance because he's going to be at the charity stripe and have the ball in his hands a good amount going forward. The 3 ball by Knute missed, and then the putback. The best player tonight for A.S. Police, offensively at least, Joseph. As A.S. Saleh has the 15-point lead, 75-60, with 5:03 to go in the fourth quarter. Desperately need anything they can get as Joseph missed his first free throw. Misses the second. Thomas runs it down. Keita has it at the top, goes right down the lane line, and misses short. Abdurrahim gets it. Whoa, and Thomas takes it right out of his hands and finishes right over the top. The defense stays in the backcourt, and they apply a little pressure. That is not token pressure. They're looking for a steal clearly, and they get a turnover. Pressure will make a pipe bust, which is made of metal, and it'll make an Abdurrahim travel. Yeah, and pressure will also make you take a break. A.S. Ali up 75-62 in the fourth. Welcome back to Kigali, Rwanda, where A.S. Ali has taken over this game late in the fourth period. 75-62 as A.S. Police looks to try to make it a game coming out of this timeout. Joseph, the best offensive player, just gets the nice finish in the lane as they pressure A.S. Saleh, and Sophie misses the easy layup, gets his own rebound, and then there's a jump ball possession. A.S. Police. And you talked about the pride of A.S. Saleh and where they come from in Morocco. What do you know about that environment and that city?
Well, Saleh is a beautiful city. You can say next to Rabat, which is the administrative capital of Morocco. And most of the people actually who work in Rabat live in Saleh. So it is a big community of people who love basketball and are definitely proud of the performance tonight from Saleh and obviously Coach El Bouzidi.
Yeah, and this gives them a chance to put them into the playoffs. As Thomas comes up with the double-double and the great defense the other end of the floor. With a nice block. A.S. Saleh maintains possession with 13 to shoot. Into Yassine. Adam catches it. Goes left. Turn around. Jump shot miss, and the long pass sails out of bounds. Ibrahim Thomas threw it too far. Still time to get back into this game, Usher. A.S. Saleh leads 75-66 as that man of the hour, Stoglin, comes in and misses a little wing jump shot. And he comes up with the steal, back for the layup, and he makes it. Stoglin takes that ball from Keita on the pass, makes the easy layup. A.S. Police back in the front court. And the jump shot goes short by Kanotu. Rashad brings it up, gets it back into Stoglin's hands. You might as well count the points whenever this man gets it of late and hit either that or free throws. Is that not the case?
That is the case.
Yes. And a little hesitation. Wow. He got the whole game in his hands. The whole game. Look at that.
He's playing good defense, and then he's going to the other end of the court and finishing or picking up a foul, goes to the line, shoots it. And that's what you need from a point guard.
Yeah, he's very, very dynamic tonight. 11-point game. A.S. Saleh leads 77-66. As Stoglin takes a seat, Escofari comes in for him. You know, a lot of this, you talked about it earlier, this zone has really, I think, been a little bit of the star tonight for A.S. Saleh as Keita knocks down the three ball. Does Stoglin come back? Cuts it to 8. What do you think? Is that a little risky to take him out?
Well, he looks like he needed a rest, and that's what you need from him. Just, you know, 1 minute, 40 seconds for him to get to catch his breath, and then you bring him back in the last 2 minutes or so.
So like those 20 seconds, but Usher, I'm not necessarily disagreeing, but I mean, we're talking about advancing into the inaugural season BAL playoffs.
Well, his team has an 8-point lead.
And I mean, by the grimace, I'm not sure if you think 8 is a lot or not. I don't think 8 points is a lot, particularly with the way that AS Police played in the first half. So sounds like you'd be okay having Stoglin on the bench right now.
Well, just for him to get a breather, and then he'll be back into the game. I mean, look at that. He used a lot of energy to go to the basket, and he's taken a lot of hits in this game, and obviously that affects him.
Sure, you're going soft on me now. You wanted layups made. You said it was a physical game. You said it was the final before the final, and then at the end of the game here with 2 minutes, you go, well, there's 2 minutes left, and he does need a bit of a break. Are you kidding?
And it's just the 20 seconds, and now he's back.
Look, as we talk, well, you want him to get 20 more seconds. You're like, it's 8 points. I mean, come on, Usher.
This guy's part of the game plan for the coach.
Okay, as the ball comes in, and Adam does the spin move, and ball goes out of bounds. As AS Saleh tries to maintain this 8-point lead, or tries to build on it. Shad inbounds it to Stoglin. Stoglin holds in the corner. Step back 3. Boom! Usher, how can you let him rest right now? That left hand is scorching hot. He's going for that 41 as AS Saleh leads after Stoglin's 3, 80-69. With 1:50 to go here in the fourth. Ball sails out of bounds.
Well, I think now you understand why he needed the 20-second break. Lance, come on.
Well, come on. As Stoglin throws ahead to AS Saleh. Tries to throw it off of a leg. Rashad does, and it goes into the hands of Keita, who makes the layup. Again, AS Police will not go away. 71-80, trailing 9. Nice crossover by Yassine. Hits Adam, and he finishes at the rim. Makes Keita pay for going for the steal. I want to get back to the point you made about Stoglin and that rest. You spun that on me. I said he should have been back on the court, and you said now I'm seeing why he needed the rest. No, now I'm seeing why he needs to be on the court. He possibly will get a basket here if Rashad doesn't finish, and he doesn't. Stoglin puts it back in. Oh my gosh. Give that man a standing ovation. Wow. Mitchell passes to Joseph, who finishes. 105 remaining in the fourth. AS Saleh leads by 11, 84-73. And Rashad James gets in the act with a big-time finish. Usher, it's just too much action to even take my foot off the gas pedal. Wow, as Mitchell takes a hit and a finish. I'm sure I look as tired as Mr. Stoglin. I don't feel as tired as him, I'm sure. But wow. And look at this dunk by the little fella. It's turned into a bit of a dunk fest. But you can't exchange baskets here down the stretch, Usher.
Well, it's looking good for both teams, but AS Saleh with 51 seconds on the clock, 10-point lead. It looks like they'll walk away with this one.
Well, I don't know. Walk away. There's another turnover. I tell you what, they're not going to pull back. There's no way they're going to relent, as you talked about. I mean, they feel like they're playing for the whole country of Mali. And let's not forget, there will be tiebreakers. And so point differential will be what breaks the tie for teams to advance. So you want to play these games all the way to the end, as Yassine grabs the rebound. Gets in the hands of Abdurrahim, streaking to the basket, and he finishes. Extends the lead, 88-76. here with just under 20 seconds to go. Joseph bobbles the ball, then gets it. Gets fouled by Abdurrahim. I'm sorry. By Yassine, comes in and commits that foul. And they're all important, Usher. All of them matter.
One more shot.
A.S. Saleh comes up with the rebound. And the turnover by A.S. Police. They'll want to get this basket again. Talked about how important it is to keep the game close. And this all but puts A.S. Saleh into the 8, or the team that'll come out of this Group B, or one of the teams, I should say, one of the two. The pump fake by N'Fale. He gets fouled. That foul was by Muhammad. Okay, we got .2, so I'll go with you now. I think the game is academic. It's about to go in the books. You called it late.
I wish you would always listen to me.
So what that means is I listen to you some of the time. I'm a smart man. I do listen to you some of the time. But when you're telling me that Stoglin should remain on the bench resting.
Should have a 20-second rest.
Okay. Well, I just didn't want you to go too soft on me. Wow. What a game. Talk to me. What'd you see there? I didn't know they could get off the floor again and come back the way they did. What's your feeling about that performance from A.S. Saleh to get this victory, beating A.S. Police 88-79 as they make their way towards the playoffs in a big way, Usher?
It is a massive performance by A.S. Saleh's second win in this group and all but into the playoffs. It is very good to see a team that has not played competitive basketball in the last 2 years performing like this, and really it is a show of character from El Bazidi's side, and obviously very, very good game for Stoglin.
Yeah, Stoglin was really good. 11-20 from the floor. 36 points. I mean, he was masterful. Even was really good on the defensive end. And my statistics might be wrong that I'm looking at. I'm hearing now it was actually 40. Look, the statistics can't even keep up with how hot this man is and was. And we talked about him possibly getting to 41. Maybe you'll start listening to me, because at 31, I'm not so sure you were a believer.
Well, he didn't make the 41, did he?
Wait a minute. Now you're getting hard on me again. Hey, Terrell, this is Lance Blanks, buddy.
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro? I did your last game, and you were the star of that game. I'm starting to notice a trend, man. When we get together, you bring magic. And by the way, Usher, my running mate, is with me again tonight. But serious, there you go again. Seriously, let's talk about your performance. I mean, you were magical, particularly in that second half.
Yeah, man. Again, all glory to God, and glory to my teammates for putting trust in me like always. And I think we're just showing you guys we got a fighting spirit, you know, the lion spirit. You know, we ain't going to give up and we keep going,
okay.
You know.
Okay, all right. Terrell, you got to tell me, because you do have a fighting spirit, and you've been known to be a live wire, and you have maintained a wicked level of poise. You know, I'm a NBA guy, so I do a lot of scouting.
Right.
And over the years, they said, oh, this guy's, I'm like, where are they? What are you talking about? Yeah. This guy's just putting up buckets. What has been the force or impetus behind you keeping yourself contained and focused throughout the entirety of these early games in the BAL?
Man, I've been through a lot of my life, and I'm not here spiritually. You know, I'm in a different world, you know, so this is just the natural world. So I put my trust in God. I talk to him before and after the games. He gives me the strength to do it, and I do it.
Well, Stoglin, that performance was incredible for you and for the team. How important is it for you to stay grounded, but, you know, celebrate this victory tonight?
It feels good. I've been doing this for years, so it's nothing new for me. For my guys, I'm just happy that I'm able to help them come up with a win. You know, it's been a long time coming for the Moroccan team, and for them to put trust in me. You know, a lot of people doubt, but they put trust in me, and so I give them everything I got with my heart.
Okay, I need to ask you about the playoffs. I don't want to get too far ahead. I know you got a little bit more basketball left in you in this group, but tell me what you think, because now you guys are going to have a target on your back. Tell me what you think is going to take to go deep and make a big-time playoff run.
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious for us. We got to start the game off the way we finish. You know, we start the game terribly. You know, it's probably one of the worst first halves that we all played, you know what I'm saying, in our lives. But the thing is, like I told you, man, the Lion spirit, man, we keep going. And you know me, man, ain't no quitting me.
No, there's no quit. Hey, man, you're a beautiful ball player to watch. I'm so proud of you. Continued success. We're going to let you go celebrate with your teammates. Great job tonight. Loved every minute of it.
Peace and love, man.
Peace and love, my brother. Wow. What a performance. What a performance.
Well, when you look at the way A.S. Saleh started, they were very, very slow out of the gates, but the way they finished in the second half there, good performance in the third quarter, and then finally in the fourth, those shots started dropping. Stoglin led by example, and that is the sort of leadership that you want, especially when you do not have your captain, Zakaria El-Masbahi.
Yeah, they didn't have the captain, and they just came together though, and they stayed strong and consistent. And I mean, he talked about, Stoglin did, the heart of a lion, and I think that goes throughout that whole team. Zakaria, before the game, I saw him giving 5 to people. He was really engaged. We're going to have an amazing playoffs. I don't want to jump ahead. There's still some games that need to be played and some things that need to be sorted out. But I had a blast, as I usually do, with you. But not only that, just the quality of basketball that we're watching.
Well, it's good to see a team like A.S. Saleh do that, because Moroccan basketball deserves the best. They've put in a lot over the years, and to see them at this level is incredible.
Well, as I always say, you are an absolute joy to work with, and we've just completed our nightcap of another great day in the BAL here in Kigali, Rwanda, where A.S. Saleh of Morocco got the win over A.S. Police 88-79, and Stoglin put on a show for the NBA and BAL Basketball Africa League, our entire production team. And Usha Kamagisha, I'm Lance Blanks. Thanks for watching, and depending on where you are, have a great night or a great afternoon. Goodbye, everybody.